You're rocking to the #1 power mixer. It's your boy.
Going on, it's your boy DJ Trap Jesus holding it down. WPIR 98.4 FM, the #1 station in Pennsylvania, Western and Eastern. And as promised, we got live with us today, the infamous Choke No Joke. What's good with you, Playboy?
What's good? I'm in the building.
Right. So how you feeling though, man? How's your day looking, man?
Feeling real good. Sitting out here in the sun. And eating some pretzels, drinking some lemonade. Feeling good.
Nah, that's what's up. At least I can say you got some sun on your end.
Oh, yeah, I hear it's raining on that end, huh?
Yeah, it's real gloomy right now, windy, a little chilly right now. Don't feel like a spring day, I'll tell you that.
Sucks for you, brother.
All right, so let the listeners know where you from, man.
From the Bronx, Edenwald Projects, Northeast Bronx, born and raised.
BX is in the building all the time.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's see where we can start from here. So how long have you been doing videography, man?
It'll probably be 20 years in the next year or two. So about 18 years, I think. Started off there shooting behind the scenes when I was modeling and acting. I would bring a camera to jobs that I was working, and I would shoot behind the scenes. And then that led to me started shooting in the tunnel. And from there, I started producing and directing TV shows and putting out independent projects on the tunnel. I did three VHS titles, and then when it VHS converted to DVD, I released all three, and then the fourth one, which was the best of Jay-Z. And from there, I got picked up by Rockefeller, and I was named personal videographer, but I was also working in video productions, doing commercials and things like that.
Right.
And so it started from there. I mean, I'm here.
Yo, and it's crazy, and I used to watch B-Cat back when I was staying in Brooklyn, and I didn't even know that was you doing the Street Funk TV and stuff like that. I was like, I was a huge fan of that show, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had started in the Bronx and Brooklyn, and then I got in all 5 boroughs. Then I got in Atlanta, D.C., Santa Monica, L.A., Toronto. So the show, it got big, because it wasn't just, New York local public access. I had it in other states too. So, that show really sharpened my skills. And from Street Funk, I had another show on Fox and the WB called Live Music Channel, Hip Hop. And that was on Fox and the WB in New York, L.A., Chicago, Detroit, San Francisco, and Boston. And it was kind of the same format as Street Funk. It just had a new name.
Okay. So, how did you, as far as the tunnel thing, you know what I'm saying? How did you get hooked up into there? Because, not just anybody was there or was working with those, the people down there at the tunnel. So, how did you actually get linked in with them?
Well, like I said, I'm from Edenwald Projects, 229th Street, Cognac Avenue in the Bronx. Flex is from 226th Street between Paulden and Bronxwood. So, that's like 3 blocks south, 1 block west. So we from the same neighborhood. And, he used to always hang with my cousin, Ben. So I knew him from back then when we was young. So when he started shooting in the tunnel, him and, Mike Jacobs and Mike Wheeler, they also was from the area too. They started Street Funk. Mike Wheeler started Street Funk, and Mike Jacobs was Mr. Excitement was the host, and then I came in later, and became a part of the team. But I was able to shoot in there because we all knew Flex, and he was the promoter at the time after Jessica and Chris Lighty. So he just granted us permission to shoot there. That's how we shot there.
Oh, that's what's up. That's where I actually met him at first. I ain't never meet him nowhere else but in that Tunnel Club. My first night there. I didn't know my first night was going to be my last night there. That club was crazy, man.
So you only went there one time?
One time.
Why is that?
Bad experience. You can say that.
You got robbed?
Oh, nah. Just say like, first time in there, I was in the bathroom. I'm still stoked off the whole unisex bathroom thing. Never been in an establishment that had that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there rolling up a blunt. Me and my wife, well, she was my girlfriend at the time. I'm in there rolling a blunt. Bumped into some dude from, I don't know what area of Long Island he was from. So it was one of those scenarios where we was, matching blunts. Just come to find out his had something extra in it. It's like,
man.
Yeah, my experience was messed up down there. So I never went back there again. Now, I would like to have gone back to check out some of the other parties, but I don't know. It's just that one night kind of just took me for a loop. So I just never made it back down there again. Yeah.
Yeah, that probably was the best thing for you.
Yeah, because
it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. And the thing was, the missus was like, you was talking real loud and everything. I was like, for real? She was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know what the hell
and
that
you
was.
might have smoked on some dust.
I hope not.
You know if it was weed or not.
Yeah, because the weed won't have you doing that. But I just kind of like excluded that from my memory banks. I didn't want to know what it was, because, yeah, it was one of those crazy memories. I got to leave that alone. This is actually the first time I told this story on the air. Only choke, no joke. Bring out the exclusives.
So you're gonna hear a lot worse stories in the Hip Hop Nucleus, the documentary on the tunnel that I'm doing. It'll be out later this year. And the story, if you have that story, you can imagine all the other stories that people have about that bathroom and everything else that went along in that club. So definitely look forward to that.
So, like, what was some of the craziest shit you seen at the tunnel?
I've seen everything in there. I've seen people get high in there off different stuff. I've seen people have sex in there. I've seen people. I saw the night they got robbed. I saw the actual robbery that they reenacted in Belly.
Oh, so that was really true.
Yeah, that was real. I saw the whole thing. And I just ironically had my camera in the booth and not in my hand because I could have filmed the whole thing. And they wouldn't even know it.
Damn. I know you was kicking yourself in the ass that night, huh?
Nah, I'd rather not have that footage.
Okay, I understand that.
Because they'd have been looking to kill me.
Word, man. That was... Damn, I didn't even know they really, really got robbed. There had to be some wild niggas, boy, I tell you that shit. Because you couldn't...
They got away, too, so...
Because you couldn't get past the door going in without getting harassed by the police/security and shit like that.
Nah, they came through the back door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now that we got history, because I put out a old footage of you was talking about a documentary from YouTube on the Instagram to promote the interview. You know what I'm saying? So that the documentary that you did, I Am Choke No Joke. Is that accessible?
Well, I did a limited edition, so right now, I doubt if you can find it. Because it's been sold out for a while. But I'm going to re-release it probably a couple of weeks before the hip hop nucleus, so people can get really familiar with who I am, and how and know my story, and saw how the tunnel whole thing came about.
Cause like people don't know, like with this guy here that I'm speaking to, Choke No Joke, you probably seen a lot of videos that this man was responsible for. And one of the main videos that I can honestly say I watched like time in and time out over and over and over again was that last day of Rockefeller, the last days of the Rock. Like what is your thoughts about the whole scenario, as far as that situation went?
It just became a great lesson in business for me. If you attach your emotion to anybody that worked there, either side or however you want to look at it, then you're gonna feel different ways. You may feel one person was wrong, you may feel the other person was wrong. So, but when you look at it as just business, at this point in my life, when I look back on it, it's just business. I really don't have nothing bad to say on either side. It's just business, and I learned from it, and I know what not to do in business, and I know what to do in business, and I learned a lot of it just from that experience.
Yeah, because I watched and I was like, wow. I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, whoa. And I had to share that on my face. I shared every video. I'm telling you, Choke, I shared every last video on my Facebook so people could see. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what's really going down. Because there was a lot of people talking about, oh, Jay this and Dame that and Jay this. I'm like, yo, watch the footage. I'm like, you'll have a better understanding of certain scenarios that took place. And then that last, I think, was the last video at the video shoot, right? I think it was State Properties video shoot. That was the last piece of the installment, right?
No, it went past further than that. It's actually like 30 episodes.
Oh, so then I got some more research.
Yeah, it goes from 1 to 30. The State Property video shoot, that's the early ones. I don't even think that's in the teams yet.
No, so I gotta definitely.
So you got a few more to see, brother.
Yeah, I see now. So, the new project that you're working on, man, it's the tunnel, right?
The hip hop nucleus.
The hip hop nucleus.
The title is the hip hop nucleus, and it's a documentary on the legendary Tunnel nightclub in New York City. That was, owned by Peter Gation, the notorious club owner that owned Limelight.
Yeah, I remember that club.
What's the other one? Palladium.
Remember that too.
Club USA.
Never heard of that.
He owned all those clubs, and due to certain situations, he was deported. And once he got deported, all those clubs fell to the wayside, and New York's nightlife hasn't been the same since they deported him back to Canada.
Oh, so he wasn't even a citizen of the United States.
No, he came here from Canada, and he brought up, a few buildings and, started these clubs. And he provided a lot of people with jobs and a great time. And when Giuliani got rid of him, he had it out bad for this guy. And when they got rid of him, it just changed the game.
Now it's real when the people on the political side got your name in their hat. Shit, for real.
Yeah, man. Tunnel, the tunnel itself, by itself, he made a lot of money on. I seen the books, and the Jay-Z night, or one of the Jay-Z nights, the bar did 150 grand. That's cash. And the door did 170,000. And that's one night.
Man. Yeah,
and that's just that's the money that's on the books.
Yeah, right. You got a point there, and it's like
they ain't counting all the money that security made on the outside. You know, all the little side hustles, code check, things like that. So you can make 300 grand plus in one night. You're gonna have some eyes on you.
Yeah, because like what you consider bottom shelf shit nowadays, they was running like $10 a cup for like some gin or some bullshit like that. That was like $10 like a cup for real, just down at the tunnel.
Yeah, they used to plastic cup you to death.
Word up. So like, what is speaking of the tunnel? Like, we'll go back to that. Like, who do you think shut it down the most? Because I seen a lot of the footage. DMX was there, Capone, Noriega, Jay, Wu-Tang, Snoop and them was there. Like, who do you think shut it down the most? Like, who you think had it packed like crazy?
Oh, you got to see the film for that. I can't get out of that because all that is in the film. You're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from Premier. You're gonna hear from Naughty by Nature. You're gonna hear from the Locks. You're gonna hear from Styles P. You're gonna hear from Big Cat. You're gonna hear from DJ Johnny Walker Red. There's just so many people. All the tunnel security, the staff, everybody going to take you there and answer those questions. So that, my brother, you're gonna have to wait and see in the film.
And when is this gonna drop?
Probably around Labor Day.
All right. So I gotta mark that on my calendar, on my Google calendar.
You'll know, because we coming to a city near you.
Uh-oh.
It might not be in Pennsylvania, but we'll be in Philly. And we coming through to the theaters. We releasing this through the theaters. Limited theaters, certain amount of tickets, certain amount of screenings. So if you don't get your ticket, you ain't going to see it. So it dropped digitally or on DVD. But we're going around, we're doing this a little different. It's for the special people, the people that have really been to the tunnel, that know what it means to hip-hop. And either those who experienced it or really want to experience it that bad, they're going to come get them tickets and come to the AMC theaters and see this. And
that's AMC Midtown, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know for Philly, but when the day get closer, you'll know.
Oh, nah, I will come to New York.
New York too.
I'll come to New York.
It's going to be about 12 city tour. New York, Philly, Chicago, LA, Atlanta, DC, definitely, most of the East Coast areas, because, those are the people that frequented it the most. I've seen people drive all the way from Kentucky to party at the tunnel, and when the party was over, they drove right back. They just came up there just for that. So I know people going to be coming out from all over to see it.
So will there be any exclusive footage from there that never touch YouTube or any other site like that?
Oh, 80% of it.
Damn, Choke, you holding out on us.
Yeah. 80% of this stuff you see in there will be stuff that you never saw before.
Because I know one day I was just sitting on YouTube and somebody mentioned the tunnel. I was like, matter of fact, let me see if they got any footage up here from that club. And I was like, it's a lot of this up here. I think I sat the whole day watching nothing but Choke No Joke footage and didn't even know that was you doing that. Yo, for real.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Word. So you can honestly say I'm a real supporter of what you do, my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I appreciate the interview. So, y'all look out for that. The Hip Hop Nucleus is coming soon. the re-release of I Am Choke No Joke, and next year you'll get I Am Choke No Joke 2. You know, because a lot has happened between the last time I released I Am Choke No Joke and now, and I got to update my people. You know, and this one's gonna be real good because I'm gonna give it to you. Also, look out for my movie Cold Blue. That you can get that at blackstarvideo.com. Black Star Video in New York. You know, the Caribbean Queen, so you think you're a model. You can also get that at blackstarvideo.com. And, you know, all the tunnel joints, they there, they out there. Y'all can find them. You can Google them. They out there.
That's right. Go to YouTube, type in Choke No Joke, and you'll see history of New York nightclubs.
I was a producer of Rap City also.
Yeah, I saw that in the online also. I was like, wow, this man has been everywhere. I was like, damn, this dude is doing his numbers. I'm like, I fucks with him. Like, word. Then when I saw your interview on with the homie Doggy Diamonds, I gotta ask also, you know, like the scenario with you and Dame. Cause like, okay, let me break it down on my perspective of him. Honestly, I thought like this man was like, okay, some people may say that he's not who he say he is. What I saw of him, I thought he was riding for the whole team and everything like that. You could see he like with 8, but then when you explain that last footage of him arguing with the people down at Def Jam or so and so like that, like explain to our listeners like that last piece, if you can.
What piece in particular are you talking about?
The situation when Dame and Jay. Well, Dame was actually arguing about some scenario with Jay and some side with Kevin Lyles or whoever the people were at Def Jam. I don't know them personally or name wise, but I know it had something to do with Def Jam.
No, it was just basically that he went into a meeting that, you know, he thought Def Jam was doing on their own, and found out that, you know, Jay-Z called the meetings. So he kind of flipped on the Def Jam people for no reason. That sums it up in a nutshell.
Right.
That's they wasn't at fault. They was just doing what was told. And they were told by Jay. So if Jay owns Jay and Jay wants to sit down with Def Jam, who does his distribution, and have a meeting, is he wrong for that?
No.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't understand the schematics around certain things. So being that you were there, you know what I'm saying, at least you can break it down so they can understand, like, because a lot of these niggas nowadays, they're doing this music thing and they thinking this and thinking that, and some of the stuff that used to go on back in the days is still going on now, you know, and I'm telling them like, yo, the industry has changed drastically. What you may see, like what you may think that was popping off then is not popping the way it's supposed to be or the way it should have been. You know, because a lot of people. Go ahead.
No, I gotta finish.
Now I was saying like a lot of people, there's like real devilish. Perfect word for that, devilish. And you may think they actually have that bond tight like how you was in the beginning, and everything could go, you know, work out for you the way y'all planned it, but then certain situations kick in, certain people get in the ears of other people, and everything could just flop just like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're right. You know, I mean, it can be very evil, and people can be taken advantage of. And sometimes, you know, artists do business with people that they close to, and they think that it's a family situation. And a lot of these labels and CEOs use the word family. and they use it very loosely. And then you come to find out that, you coming from, the hood and not educated in business, and someone's playing on your loyalty, or just your heart, your personality, and they take advantage of you, and you sitting there thinking, this person is not going to take advantage of me because they calling you family and brother, but at the end of it all, it's just business, and there's no family in business, in recording industry and in the entertainment business. Is business. Is nothing other than that. It's rare that you're gonna find, people that don't take advantage of you in business. Because if they educated as everybody went along, then everybody would be smart. Somebody, somebody may learn something by signing a contract with a record label and find out later in life, as they got educated by, through experience, that the label took advantage of them. Now they start a label, and the person that come up under them, instead of them teaching them, what they learn from their experience, they'll take advantage of the person and do what the label did to them. And the cycle just keeps going on and on and on until you get few dudes or women that come in and break that cycle and try to educate. But if dudes don't educate themselves, most of them are going to find themselves in bad positions.
There it is. I mean, that's real shit right there, people. I try to school them, but at least now that you said it, I don't have to explain myself or explain the scenarios as much as I used to. Word up.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just got to find different ways of saying things for people to understand. If you say it in Chinese arithmetic, they might not get it. But if you say it in simple mathematics, they may get it. But don't ever stop trying to educate. If you know what you're saying is right, just try to get them to look at it from a different way, and maybe they'll get it. But never try to give up on them if they headed for destruction. But if you get them stubborn ones that want to do it their way, then let them run into the brick wall, and they'll learn by that example.
True. All right, so anything that you want to say to the people? I know you probably a busy man. I know you on chill mode right now, but a videographer day is never done. You know what I'm saying? A director's day is never done. I don't do
videography as much anymore. If I'm doing it, I'm just doing it for me. Right. I'm more producer, director now. I do management. I do product placement and marketing. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on that I'm behind that people may not even know I was behind. There's a lot of artists, that got publicity or got on shows or, all kinds of accolades that I was behind and you may not know. So, I'm not running around with the camera no more, but I'm still producing and directing and, making power moves. And you will see much more power moves to come in the near future.
Right. And that's why I say, we gotta hook up though, man, because I'm putting a project together to promote the name, the DJ Trap Jesus name, and I'm producing a CD with random artists, and someone like you can actually give me more, ideas and more, insight on how to present this correctly. That's why I was like, you know what, I need to holler at Choke, like on some real shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Since you Trap Jesus, How you feel about Charlemagne the God saying "fuck the hood"?
Honestly, I don't see. This is the thing. That, oh my God. Yo, honestly, Charlemagne the God, I would like to just choke the shit out of him like one good time. Because honestly, dude is a real loser. He stayed throwing shade on people. And I don't like that. These are the same people that listen to the Breakfast Club every morning faithfully. You know what I'm saying? And then for you to sit there and slander the people that support your show and what you do, because you may feel like, all right, wherever he's from the Carolinas or some shit like that. That shit is hood. So how could you sit there and say fuck the hood? Like, in all reality.
I don't know. He feels, he feel like the hood ain't shit. So nobody should want to be in the hood. This, that, and the third. But, my point is everybody in the hood ain't negative. Everybody in the hood ain't slanging. Everybody in the hood ain't running around with a gun. There's people that live in the hood that have legitimate jobs that go in and come out and never go to jail. So I don't understand how anybody could say fuck the hood, especially when you of the hood and you made it out of it. So now you out the hood, so now it's fuck the hood, fuck the people that you left behind there.
Because like I said, none of them, okay, there's a lot of cool white folks, you know what I'm saying? I think he let that situation that he's working with white people and all this stuff get to him. Like, he's really soaking that into where he's pulling the, I'm with them now, I don't need them. So fuck them niggas. I see where he going with that though. But like, honestly, I'm too busy doing interviews. I would like to be interviewed on one of those shows so I can tell the world exactly what is wrong. Like, really, I have a lot of shit in my head, choke, word up. And if I could just express that on a national plateau, a lot of things will change. Because this is a guy from the hood, born and raised in Bed-Stuy. You know what I'm saying? Gates Ave is my official block. And I've seen a lot being down there, moving to Pennsylvania. Some people say, oh, I got out the hood. I don't look at it as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still reaching back into the community, snatching up unsigned artists, giving them some light to be on the air and the station and everything like that. So I'm still frequent with the hood, back and forth. A lot of the people that I'm networking with, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Pre-Dollars and P-Bars and Red Rum and all of them from Flatliners. And everybody who I'm linking up with, we all from the hood. So why would I be stupid enough to say fuck the hood?
Right.
It don't make no sense.
Yeah. Wow. So, well, anything could go wrong in his career. And, just like God give us, God take it away. That motherfucker could be right back in South Carolina. in the hood after he done told them motherfuckers fuck them.
Getting chased like he did in Manhattan and shit.
Right, exactly.
Let me get a drop, man.
Yeah. So I hope he stayed prosperous, because if he ever had to go back there, he gonna look like a fool.
Yeah, well, you better save that money and move to Star Island or some shit like that. Because he come back into these streets, they gonna get him.
The hood. I took offense to that. Like, nigga, I'm the hood. I'm from the hood. I don't live in the hood no more, but I still got peoples there.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean, fuck the hood?
And he be them same niggas that be talking about, oh, niggas can't go back to the hood. Obviously, now you can't go back to the hood, nigga. Word up. Because like I said, I watched the interviews. I watched the Breakfast Club interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what type of ignorant shit that's going to come out of his mouth. You know what I mean? And and that's the only reason why the white media they cater to him, because he's slandering the black communities.
Mm-hmm. It's all right, because, we the ones that build them up, and we could break them down. You just can't sit there and just, say fuck us, and we the one that supported you, because we the ones that understand you on the show, not nobody else. We the demographic that understand you and support you. So you can't sit there and make it to the promised land or get into the motherfucking house with the master and say fuck everybody else.
Right. And it's crazy that you brung him up too, because somebody had shared something on Facebook with the interview with him and Little Mama. It was just a little piece of it when he said she has an old face. I was like, she should have just got up and slapped the shit out of him right there. Like, word. Like, how do you feel? And I say he only do that to people he know he can get away with. But when he did that interview with Onyx, he wasn't so gangster that day. I tell you that shit.
Or Dame or Master P.
Yeah, that Master P interview, he wasn't trying no slick shit down there because he know he could have got touched with that bullshit. And I dig that interview he did with Dame, though. Dame was schooling him and made him look like a chump on his own show.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that's it for me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well,
y'all
man.
Check out that Hip Hop Nucleus. Y'all hit me up on Twitter, choke_no_joke. Also hit me up on that Instagram at real choke no joke and choke no joke. Facebook. And then also you gotta subscribe to my page on YouTube, youtube.com/choke no joke. Please subscribe. I'm at almost 5 million views right now, and they all real views because real people out there like y'all support me, and I appreciate that, and I'm signing off.
Right. Well, good looking out, man. I hope I get a chance to meet you face to face and we can really do some business, man, on some real shit.
All right, well, I'm definitely going to reach out when that documentary is dropping. I'll see you at the screening.
Yeah. All right, good looking, man.
All right, peace.
One. That was your boy Choke No Joke. Exclusive interview. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy DJ Trap Jesus holding it down. WPIR 98.4 FM. Ah, man. Goddamn Charlemagne the Threat to himself. That's his name. Charlemagne the Threat to himself. Yo, we gonna jump into some joints, man. Check us out on iTunes. Type in WPR 98.4 FM on iTunes. Subscribe to our podcast. Check out some of the interviews. And go to subscribe to us on YouTube also. That's 984 WPIR on YouTube. Check out the live interviews, and you'll be able to re-listen to this one once we put it up there and everything like that. So holla at your boy. It's DJ Trap Jesus. I'm in the building. Let's go.